Story time, because I may have just had the worst iPhone buying experience of all time. And I don't even think I'm exaggerating. What's going on, YouTube? Yes, I was simply trying to downgrade from an iPhone 13 Pro Max to an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And this process took me over 3 weeks. So I'm going to tell the entire story, and believe me, it only gets worse. So stick around, guys. Hit the subscribe button. It's YouTube. Click the bell so you don't miss as we cover your favorite tech and video games. I'm Chris Grant Jr. It's the Granite Geek Show. Okay, so first off, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a wonderful Black Friday and even Cyber Monday. Let me know what kind of awesome goodies and deals you got down in the comments below. I heard everything from flat screen TVs to AirPods, but without further ado, let's jump into the story. So once again, iPhone 13 Pro Max. If you want to see the reasons why I downgraded, links to the video down in the description below. I wanted to take that because I didn't think it was much better than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And so I figured the happy medium would be the 12 Pro Max. So I'm like, okay, time to get a new iPhone, new to me iPhone. I never had the 12 before, so maybe you can guess my first mistake. I decided to go to Walmart, right? And see, it was just one of the stores I was going to go to. iPhone at Walmart, iPhone at Target, iPhone at Best Buy. Should have just gone to the Apple store. Sorry. That's my first mistake. I own my iPhone 13 Pro Max, so I was also looking for a new carrier, a new 5G carrier, because once again, I was coming from the 11 Pro Max, which doesn't have 5G. So I wanted a good 5G carrier now that I was going from the 13 to the 12, because they're both 5G phones. So Walmart was one of my stops. I go in and there's a rep. I say, hey, do you have any iPhone 12 Pro Maxes? I'm looking for one. They just happen to have one in gold. Fantastic, because my 13 Pro Max was also in gold, right? And the color kind of grew on me. I'm typically a space gray black kind of person. Wow, that's funny. I am a black kind of person. But I decided to go with that color. Great. So we're setting up the phone and stuff. I still had my iPhone 13 with me, but I did all the prep work in taking my number, right, that I wanted to transfer to a new carrier, because I was looking for a new carrier. And to do that, you need your account number and a PIN number so that the new carrier can take ownership of your number. So I had all that ready to go. Had my 13 Pro Max in my hand, was looking to buy the 12 Pro Max. So the rep, she sets me up a brand new phone, right? And says she's opening it out of the box. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, why are you opening it? Like, I just want to be able to activate it myself and do all that stuff. She says, here's your phone and here's your new number. Here's my new number. I said, I already have a number. Like, I just want to transfer that number. I don't need a new phone number. I mean, she literally saw me using and holding my very own cell phone, iPhone 13 Pro Max, but did not at any point in the process ask if I wanted to transfer a number or had a number. I assumed that would be part of the process, naturally, but it was never asked, and I was given the phone with the new number. So I immediately said, hey, I need my old number. She says, oh, my bad. Sorry, it's no problem. You can just call AT&T. They'll port your number over. If you have the PIN and the account number, won't be a problem. If you have any issues, come on back. I said, thanks so much. All right, take care. Bye. So I'm out the door, right, setting up the phone. I get on the phone with AT&T to transfer and port my number. Now, I am on the phone, first of all, with the customer service with AT&T. I was on the phone for at least an hour every day for about 3-4 days. And this whole process started on a Monday. So it's getting late in the week now at this point. And I do all this just for them to say, we can't port the number that you have, the account and transfer number, over to this plan because it's got, the payment plan for this phone. Because I didn't buy it outright, which I may just end up doing anyway at this point. So I'm like, okay, I can't transfer a number. I'll just return the phone. They say, oh, well, you won't have to do that. All we have to do is get you a new SIM card. We'll send it in the mail. So we'll just activate it with your number. So give me your account number, transfer PIN, all that kind of stuff. So I gave them all that. They put my actual phone number on the new SIM card, sent it over to me. Okay. All right. So we were later in the week. Now we're back to another Monday. It's been one full week and the package arrives with my new SIM card. Yes, it's got my number in it. Pop out the old one, in with the new one, and it will not activate. I can't get my number to activate. I go to the My AT&T app. I go to the website, AT&T/activate. I try every which way to just activate this thing. It's not happening. I get on the phone, begrudgingly, again, because I know how long it's going to take. Usually at least an hour, most of the times 2 hours. They tell me there's nothing they can do. They can't transfer the number. They said, try to go directly into a store. I'm like, okay, if you guys can't do this online, I'm already like, okay, I need to return this thing. But I'm like, okay, let me try one last thing. Let me go to the AT&T store, see if they can activate this thing. So I get to AT&T. They are actually able to activate the phone. I say, great. Oh, thank you so much. You activated the phone. And now I have my number. And remember, all this time I didn't have my number. So anybody texting, calling, I was using a different number and having to tell people, hey, you know, I got a temporary line or temporary new number. Man, there's an eyelash in my eye. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I'm telling people that for a week, over a week, by the time I get my number back and I'm able to, you know, take all these things. And you would think that would be the end of the story. Great, I got my number back. But the problem is now I have 3 lines. So I usually have 2. I have my iPad Pro M1 cellular, and I also have the iPhone, which was what I want. But now I've got a 3rd line. And I'm like, okay, now all I need to do is cancel the other line that has no device on it and is not being used, because I would still be charged for that line and I'm not using it. They say, oh, we can't do that here. You have to go to Walmart and have them cancel the phone, that activation, revoke it. So, okay, all right, I'll go to Walmart. And at this point, I'm actually thinking, you know, yeah, I'm gonna return this phone. So I go to Walmart. Same rep is there. Same rep is there. And she says, are you kidding me? These untrained, unprofessional people. Keep note of this. She says, these untrained, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. Of course we can transfer your number. It's not a problem. I said, oh, thank you. Okay, great. Perfect, because everybody else has been telling me I can't do this, and the one rep who said I could, now she's doubling down and reassuring me that it can be done. I'm like, okay, great, let's do it right now, right here. We get on the phone with her, I guess, backdoor way to AT&T, because there was no wait time or whatever. It was like a direct representative to AT&T type line. They tell us, yeah, we can port the number, no problem, we'll transfer you to that division. And I'm like, great, okay. So unfortunately, even the reps can't avoid the 2-hour wait time. So I had 2 hours. I figured we could get it sorted. Ran out of time. I had a previous engagement. And so I said, can we pick this up tomorrow? Is there any way, because we know it can be done, can I just come in earlier tomorrow so we have more time to complete the entire process? Because I was like, if it can't, I'll just cancel whatever I had planned, and we'll say. She says, no, it's no problem. We can just pick back up where we left off. You can come back in tomorrow. I say, okay, great. I go and do my business. The next day, I come back plenty early, okay, super early. Same rep is there. She says, good to see you. All right, let's get this sorted. She apologized. She says, thank you for your patience and all this. It's crazy you've been running around with AT&T for what is like almost 2 weeks now. I say, no problem. You know, let's just, you know, that's fine. It's not a big deal. So we're on the phone. And remember, she said that all these other people were untrained and unprofessional. We're on the phone for about an hour waiting on hold. There's another person next to me getting an iPhone 13. So we're chatting it up about iPhone 13 Pro and 12 Pro and that kind of stuff. So while we're waiting on hold with AT&T on speaker, me and the rep, right? She starts putting on like her jacket and her backpack. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe she's cold, or maybe she's just getting her stuff together. Maybe her shift will end soon and she just wants to be ready, because this is probably going to hold her a little longer. Or maybe her shift has ended and she's just being a professional, helping, because I did come in hours before. She goes around a corner. I don't think anything of it. Still on the phone with AT&T. AT&T comes on and says, it can't be done. So I'm hearing this and I'm like, I've heard this before. And this is what I was afraid of the whole time, was that we would get to the same place and they would say no. But I'm like, it's no problem. You know, the rep is going to help me. But she's not there yet. I said, just hold on. I have a representative here, whatever. So we're on the phone maybe about 5 minutes while they're waiting for the rep to come back. Somebody else, another employee, comes in and says, do I need help? I say no. And I named the representative's name because I'm like, this person, she's here to help me. He says, oh, she left. He says, oh, she left. She left. She left the store. She left for the day. I said, I said, we were working on something right here. I still didn't lose my cool. I said, really? She left? We were right here on the phone. He says, oh no, yeah, she took off. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I had the representative. I'm telling the person on AT&T, I had a representative here. She said that it could be done. And so the AT&T person says, oh, well, just have her give us a call back. At this point, I said, okay, all right, thank you. This person's gone, so there's no way I'm calling back today. So I tell the person, I'm like, I tell the other person, they're like, let me try and help you. And, you know, even at this point, this employee is saying, yeah, that was totally unprofessional. She did you wrong. She didn't even say she was leaving. She said not a single word. She didn't say, oh, my shift's ending. She didn't say, oh, I really got to go. She didn't say anything. She literally walked around a corner and left. And she must have been sneaky because the way out of the store was clearly to her left, my right. She could have just walked right out, but she went around a corner and disappeared. So this employee says, let me try and, you know, help you out. I said, yeah, I just want to return at this point. They tell me, oh, you're past the 2-week mark for returns. I said, are you still not losing my cool? I said, I didn't want to return the phone. It's only because of a mistake that honestly I didn't make. It was just a miscommunication, what have you. For no customer error, I was given a new number on a phone that I didn't want a new number on and was never asked for a number. And it was the rep's mistake that happened. And I haven't been able to correct that problem since. So they say, well, the system is just not letting us return it. And the manager's not in at this point. So they said, so the rep says, you know, you can take it to AT&T. They'll do the return for you. So I'm like, thank you. All right, it's time to go. And so I leave there at about 7:15. AT&T store closes at 8 o'clock. Now, from where I am, there are 2 AT&T stores. I put it in the GPS on my iPad. And it says, oh, the closest one is 4 minutes away. I say, great, I'll get there by 7:20. It shouldn't take more than 40 minutes to get this dealt with. I get over there. It's about 4 minutes away. I get there at 7:20-ish. And I explain everything that I just said to you as quickly as I can, like the 90-second version of that. And she says, oh, I'm sorry, I'm new. The manager's not here. You'll have to take it to the other AT&T store. Do you know the area? I said, no problem. Thanks. Take care. Have a good one. Get in the car. Go to the other AT&T store. A wonderful AT&T rep. The best person that I've worked with, shows me the account after I get there and we're looking through all the stuff. And he says, our system doesn't show this device. All the other devices you have, you can do a return if you wanted because you got them directly from AT&T. This device, because you got it from Walmart, it is not giving us an option in the system to return the phone. So at this point, I'm like, okay, what are my options here? They're like, well, you can call AT&T corporate or go to Walmart corporate. You have to reach out to somebody like that because at this point, if they're not letting you return it to Walmart, AT&T will accept it. You'll just have to send it directly back to them. Something like that. And so I'm like, okay, all right. So what I decided to do at this point is I'm keeping the phone. I'm keeping the extra line. And I'm just going to get a friend to just jump on the line, port their number over, and we're just going to share an AT&T account. And that's the situation. That's pretty much it. I mean, my issue, I guess my first mistake was going to Walmart to buy an iPhone in the first place. I'll take that. I was trying it. Never done it before. That was my mistake. That's on me. But I feel like at every point from then, I did the best that I could to deal with the situation as promptly as I could. And due to an error that I didn't start, it took me over 3 weeks to have the situation sorted, and it wasn't even sorted. I just kind of accepted the situation and finagled around it to make it work for me. But it was the worst. Like, this was a horrible experience, and I'm sharing it so that people watching this know. And it's getting long, so I'm not going to keep the video long, but I'm sharing this so that people who hear this, you take what you want from it. You learn. I'm not bashing any companies, but I'm just telling the story. I'm telling my story of what happened, and I'm allowing my fan base to take it, learn from it what you can. But I just had to get this out because I feel like I have to warn people about that kind of stuff. They said particularly with companies like that, they're not directly responsible to the carrier like AT&T or Verizon. And in Walmart's case, that was the situation. AT&T had no record of the purchase. And if Walmart refused the return, even if it was their own fault, there was nothing that AT&T could do about it. So that's my story. I'm not going to let the video get too long. Let me know what you thought of all this entire debacle down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell. The things that I go through for you guys to share with you guys. Anyway, like and subscribe as we cover your favorite tech and video games. I'm Chris Grant Jr. I will be coming out with a video hopefully soon on what kind of my favorite Christmas deals are, what kind of tech to buy for Christmas. Maybe at each price point, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100, and then the big purchases. So let me know down in the comments below what price point you'd particularly like to see. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Chris Grant Jr. It's the Granny Geek Show.